Right, I am back. What is up, ladies and gents? And one viewer who is the point of discussion today, Mr. Adam is Key. Oh, yeah, by the way, I have this cool little tool now, so I can draw all over the screen. I can draw a little dick if I want. You know what I mean? I suck at drawing dicks, but there you go. There's a little dick. Just get that off the fucking screen. Alright, so this tool is cool, and I like it, and it's juicy, and there is something that I would like to say about your kickoff. Now, I have seen this replay already. Sorry, this is not a genuine reaction. I was having a little bit of trouble with my last recording, but I know what I'm gonna say, and I know everything that I'm gonna talk about. And the first thing that I want to talk about is your goddamn kickoff. Okay, so now straighten that. I refuse to have this off center. Okay, close enough. So this kickoff, what you do and what I see you typically do is you will side dash or diagonal dash this direction. When you do that, you end up on this side of the ball. So you take sort of this path towards it. You come in at the side of the ball, maybe even directly at the side of the ball. This is okay. It is definitely one of the riskiest kickoffs to do. You beat him on this kickoff because he's a slow bitch, and he was kind of doing a delayed kickoff towards like this. But in the next rank up, people are going to get faster at kickoffs. They're going to get better at reading you during kickoffs. And if you're out here while they're over here, they're going to see that and they're going to be like, oh, fuck yeah, free goal. But the safer kickoff and the kickoff that you will need to learn in order to have appropriate switch ups, because you never want to have just one kickoff. You know what I mean? You never want to just be relying on one type of kickoff. You want to be able to switch it up. So I would highly recommend implementing and learning, if you need to, a kickoff that puts you like this. Or even, it doesn't have to be that out wide, but the point is that you land from your dash, or you end up right here, and then you dash into the ball from there, or maybe even a little closer. That's the important part here. God damn it. There we go. Okay, anyway, with that out the way, I would very much like to see you doing this more often. If this is working for you, go ahead. I do it all the time. But it is a risky kickoff, and I would highly recommend adding a safe kickoff to your arsenal if it is not already there. Yeah, and Adam is Key with the player view, and let's get this shit underway. I got the Rocket League music in the background, just so you know, immersion. Now, right here, you can't go for this boost. You really can't. You have to be turning. You have to be going back. You have to be heading back this way, because if you don't, well, what happens is you end up over here, you get beat to this boost, you've gotten, nothing to work with, which just puts everybody, including your teammate, in a really, really awkward position. I think this play turns out okay, but you get beat to the boost, you have to go back on a, it's called ball side rotation, so you are now on the same side as your teammate, and even worse, the ball. You never want to be going back to goal in the same corner that the ball is. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I'm sure you know, but I'm gonna fucking enunciate it anyway. So, let's back up this play. And we'll just keep an eye on this side of the field. You're gonna come in, do your little speedy kickoff, which I do approve of. I like the wave dash, by the way, a little wave dash recovery. But you can't be going this way. Once you land over here, once you got fucking beamed over here, you either need to go this way or this way. Preferably this way because it'd be faster. But if you don't have if you didn't land right for it or whatever, point is you need to go back this way. You need to be going back over here and hit this back post. Because when you do that, you open up all these options. So right now, instead of being way over here, you could be over here. You could be hitting up these boost pads right now and being like, yes, thank you, thank you. Your teammate moves in, takes a challenge, misses it, and oh look, you're right here. and you can cover every part of the net. Back post rotation is very important, even and especially in twos, because you don't have a third man to fall back on in twos. So if you're over here, and he's over here, and he wants to challenge the ball, and you want to challenge the ball, what happens when it goes past you? Open net. Damn, there's some bass in the song. I'm fucking digging it. Alright. Anyway, without dwelling too long on that, because I'm sure I'm going to point it out later as well, I'm going to kind of look at this from a rotation standpoint as well, which is why I'm zoomed out. And this... Can we just talk about the distance between you and the play right now? Look how far I have to zoom out in order to get you and the ball in the picture at the same time. This is an immediate problem. So I'm going to go back. We're going to see this play again, because of course we are. So right there, ideally you would be going over here. Let's just follow where you would be right now. You'd be over here, that goes over there, and you're like, oh, cool. Boost pad, boost pad, boost pad. You're chilling. You're just chilling, and you've already been here. So now, god damn it. I hate these controls. Okay. Let me just take those off the screen. So basically, you end up in the same position that you would have anyway, but the difference is the speed at which you did it. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. Yeah. So you could have already been in this midfield right here. In the next rank, this ball is gonna be centered already. And your teammate's gonna be like, where the fuck are you, dude? Like right now, in order to survive at the next, level of play, or at least in order to be a good teammate in the next level of play, you need to already be about here. You need to be looking at the play from here and being like, okay, this is how you as last man back should be observing the play. And honestly, you can just go side to side, picking up these boost pads. You could have 70 boosts right now. You could have 100 boosts right now if you did, good pad pickup. But you spent so much time over here that you compromised the validity of this entire play. So if your teammate does do the right thing, and he centers it earlier and better, you're not going to be there for it. I don't mind that challenge. That was a good head off. I approve of that. I'm going to go back to looking at you now. Good rotation, good rotation. Beautiful, I like it. Shouldn't have hit the wall there, should have turned back into the goal and come out that way. One thing I want to notice right here that you will do is you're following behind your teammate. You're following the play. You never want to be following the play. Ideally, right now, you want to be off to the left. You want to just be chilling right over here, taking these boost pads, stocking up, waiting for this play to develop. But as you are right now, you're following your teammate and the play, which is never good. You never want to be behind them, because when this guy comes in and gets that stupid pinch of a challenge, and this ball goes flying off this fucking wall, and it comes flying off this fucking wall, goes behind you into your net, you can't, you're in such a bad position to deal with that. But if you're off to this side, you can deal with anything. It doesn't matter, whatever this play doesn't matter, because you can deal with it. Even if this goes up here, he makes a pass out center, cool, you're there. If this ball pinches crazy, like I was talking about, goes back here, cool, you swing back around, go back to your net, and go and get it. Yeah, positioning. Basics of positioning. Don't follow behind your teammate. Now, since you're here, and since he's all the way up there, I'm okay with this. You beat him to the ball straight up. Obviously, you don't want to be jumping for that, but I don't call out those types of mistakes where you just kind of jump all stupid for the ball. I don't really count that as much, because that comes with just more ability to predict where the ball is going, and that's just something you get over time. Now, I'm gonna bring up back post rotation again real quick, because give me the fly, thank you. Walking on the moon, and I'm gonna go get my little thingy. All right, now where do you come in? You're right over here. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Okay. So, oh shit. Let's go over here. There. This is not the right position. You want to be coming this way. If you go, this way, look at all these pads you can take. You got this pad, you got that pad. You can swing in here if you need to, if you're really desperate for boost or whatever. But you can survive back here with 40 boost. 40 boost will get you up here, in terms of height, and you'll be fine. You don't need 100 boost in order to be able to defend everything. But with you being over here, you're going to come and you're going to hit this front post. And that's a problem. Because if this comes this way and gets centered out, you just got crossed over. That ball just went across from you. And if his teammate is smart and is going this way, he's going to be able to receive that and just knock it in. And there's not going to be any real challenge for you to make while you're over here. But if you come out this way and take these pads that Psyonix gave you, use what Psyonix gave you, and hit this back post, this play is developed already and you know what happens. So you're able to block the shot if it comes through. And if it doesn't, if your teammate gets a great clear off this way, well, then you can just do this. And now you're able to support him. Again, instead of being next to him or following him, even worse, as he's moving up this way. You don't want to be following him this way. You want to set yourself up. I just went the wrong way on my own line. You want to set yourself up to be able to react to what he's doing when he's on the ball. When you're this close, you can't react. Alright, so next part of the play. If I can remember how to do this. What am I doing? None. Yeah, don't hit that front post. God damn it. God damn it. How do I do this again? There we go. Alright. Did I go back way too far or something? Oh god, I did. Alright. Fuck that front post. There you go. Let me see that again. So they actually tried to make a decent play there. They had pretty good positioning. Electro stayed a little too long. He needed to turn away from this play earlier. And that risk wouldn't have been there of you coming in and taking that. And you need to be hitting these boost pads. You need to be actively pathing over these boost pads because let's count how much boost you could have had right now. Sorry to do this to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could have had 5 or 6. That's 70 boost. Right now, you could have 70 boost. I'm okay with that contest. Your teammate jumped in there, and he definitely should not have been there. Yeah, there's no way your teammate should be in there doing that, but knocks you that way, whatever. I do this all the time. I get knocked in a certain direction. I'm just like, oh, I'll go get the boost home here. It's not a good practice. I don't recommend it, but I'll give you some slack. It didn't, it wasn't a catastrophe that you did it. And right here. So right now, from this position, you need to be able to recognize that you're going to be too high on this ball if you don't turn sharply to the right. So you're way too high on this ball right now. So I rarely talk about like mechanical mistakes because they happen, but this is an essential skill that you need to learn to be able to actually get this safely across the net without passing it down to Kasuma over there. So your teammate is here to bail you out, and you can take. I mean, the enemy team wasn't there to take it anyway, but they should have been. So you can take multiple touches here. This ball is up against the wall, and if you come from underneath the ball, you'll be able to touch it once, touch it twice, and then flip into it, which is a much more controlled, steady, and directable way to do it. Whereas this, which just kind of sends it down in front of your own net. You rarely want to dash directly off of the wall to a ball if the ball is, well, on the wall. If it's off the wall, you have to, but... Is this music too aggressive? It might be. I don't know. Fuck it. Rocket League music is the shit. Okay, so yeah, we can't both be in this corner here. And I'm calling this his mistake right now. You have the right to be in this corner. You're ahead of him. You're already going there. You're flipping. You're committing. He has to turn off this right now. But he doesn't. He keeps going and he cuts you off. And that is his mistake. But what a lot of people don't seem to get or realize is that just because he makes a mistake doesn't mean that he has the entirety of the fault here. Because you're responsible for your own positioning. So when you see this, you've got to realize that he's not going to stop. And you have to be the one to go back and defend the net. Because if you don't, well, he's not going to. And now we're both in this. And again, you'd be going back, hitting that back post. And, where would you be right now? You'd be right about here. Which allows a very easy angle to come up and scoop this. As it turned out, nothing happened. This guy wasn't ready to receive a pass. This guy didn't do anything with the ball. So it worked out for you. But off of their mistake, not your play. And this is another major point that I wanted to bring up. This play right here. You see how he's turning to challenge you right now? Look how close to the ball you are. You can control this. And he turned away right there. So that's his tell. He just gave away what he's about to do. He's about to defend and shadow defend. He's about to shadow defend. Which means that the last thing you want to do right now is flip into this ball. Because he has covered all options for you to score. It feels like it's a free shot. It's not. He has every bit of that goal covered. Which means that you need to take your time on this. You need to dribble this. I know you have the dribbling capability. So you need to be taking your time on this and controlling this ball, playing it slower, cutting it left to right, and reacting to him. Right now, you just kind of jumped in and gave the ball away. They weren't there to come in and make a play off of it, but, again, that's going to go away the higher and higher you get in rank. You can go up for this. Should have been up earlier, but that's okay. Fake the hell out of him. And you did kind of hit that back post there. Turned a little bit late. Right now, you should be up in that left quadrant of the field, in their left quadrant of the field, instead of all the way back here. Like I said, you don't want to follow behind the play. You want to be going laterally next to it. Was it you? Somebody was making fun of me for passing laterally all the time. This is why, because proper positioning has you over here. And I'm making the assumption that you are over there. Therefore, this is why I'm always banging it this way. So I'm like, all right, to my teammate. Oh, wait, I forgot. There's no teammate there. And that is even on me when I do that, because I should be able to recognize where you are. And, my best move suddenly isn't to put it over here anymore. It's to take a solo play. So I should still be making my best move, and Yada did make his best move here of doing a solo play. And he chipped it over the guy, and he did it himself, which is probably what he was going to do anyway. Who passes in flat 3? But you still want to be there. You still want to give your teammate the option, because you're still going to be able to get back in time to defend as long as you position properly. And we'll call that a pass. That's a pass. We'll call that a pass to the teammate. I like that play, though. I want to go back and see the proper choices that were made here. And he was up before you. So if this was a Grand Champ lobby, you fake challenge this and you go defend your net. But if you're reading him, you know that he's not, gonna make that play. And it's risky, but it's somewhat safe to assume that he's not going to be able to get a good touch on it, and you're going to be able to get there in time. So I don't mind you doing that, and you got a goal off of it. Backflip. Could have half flipped there, but I mean, it might have put you out of control, so I get why you didn't. And you shouldn't be rotating in right here, or rotating in that way. This is another ball side rotation. I should probably properly define what a ball side rotation is with like the markers and shit, but you don't need to challenge this. You can fake challenge this. Because, I mean, even if you do win this and everything goes perfectly, what's going to happen? The only thing that's going to happen is that, even in ideal case scenario, this ball goes up this way, bounces off this wall, and this guy is there to receive it. It feels like the smart play to challenge this and to not let him get to your net. But it's about possession. They maintain possession when you do this, counterintuitively. So the better option would be to just fake challenge this, turn away, probably turned away earlier. This is a little late, you're jumping, but I mean, you really are gonna struggle to make anything out of anything useful out of this play. If I can tab in, what the fuck is this song? Skip. Anyway, good jump for that. I don't mind that. Didn't work out the best. The teammate got a great save off of that. I'm gonna go get rid of my thing so I have my cursor back. And I'm gonna try and help you out with the mechanics of this real quick. So as you're approaching this, you don't need to jump right here. You're jumping way too early. And actually, I'm gonna take all this back in a minute, but for the mechanics side of this, when you're going for this ball, let's just assume Yada's not there for a second. Let's assume that you're not cutting off a teammate. When you go for this ball, you can jump at this moment. You could be on the ground and jumping for this ball at this moment, and that's how you get boomer power. Because right here, you're hitting the ball too high because you've been flying for too long, so you went up in the air. You didn't need to, though. This ball is low to the ground. It's not an aerial. It is a chip. It's a half volley, basically. Which is why, you can't really get any height on that ball. Now, also, your teammate is right there, and I don't blame you for this, because it looked like he was kind of out of the play as he's like falling down here. It looked like he was out of the play, and honestly, I probably would have gone for this as well. But, having him control that ball is far better than having you bang it to Electro, who now gets to go and shoot on the net 3 times. Miss 3 times, but whatever. Kusuma gets the touch, Electro is there. They had good rotation on that. There wasn't too much you could do about this. More fake challenges is something that I was going to say. You don't need to go for that. It feels like you do, but you don't. You can play this scenario out in your head and figure out what's about to happen. This guy comes in right here. You don't have to go for this ball, because he's really not going to be able to put a shot on this, and even if he does, you have a teammate back. And indeed, he goes for he hits the wall instead. And because you had committed to that play, you couldn't be back to help defend. I'm trying to cram as many details in here as I can. I like that. You came through the back post on that one. And you're creeping here. You're creeping a little too much. Yada gave you the space because he saw you creeping up. I think he saw you creeping on it anyway. So Yada really shouldn't be here. Again, it's his mistake to be in that corner. But it's not ideal to send that up to him because he has no boost. He came back in that corner to get the boost, and he didn't. He got it yoinked. So there's no boost for him to even get here. You have 100. You can wait for this shit to happen. He's not double tapping that in. Back up. You're okay. And, I mean, if he wants to jerk off in that corner for a little bit, let him. There's nothing bad that's going to happen because of that. Not every play has to result in, you guys getting a clear over them or something. I like this remix. Why am I just looping this over and over again? I don't remember. I like the explosion on that guy. Ideally, you want to be trying to place this ball. I know you. I don't know how much mechanics you've gotten over the last year, literally since I did a replay review. But you want to put that away from him, ideally, towards you, away from him. So off that way is not the best choice. And I'm guessing you didn't, do that intentionally. So I'm not like, shitting on you or anything for it. But your teammate runs in there. He's got the speed. He did it. And again, you're so far away from the play here. I'm gonna go back so that I can think about this from a rotation standpoint. Okay. So after that double commit in the corner, you take him out, and he gets stuck there. Now you got turned around, so maybe you were thinking, oh, I'll just go the way that I'm already going. But ideally right here, he's gonna go over here and probably hit this ball to the wall. What is your best position based off of that? Because it's not back here. It's not here, 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 here. It's none of these. It's over here. This is where you want to be. Even if you have to turn around and fight, you know, and make an awkward turn in order to do it, that's okay. You can pick up boost pads. You can pick up that one. You can pick up that one. Or actually, probably should be turning this way. Picking up that pad, coming over here, taking that. You know, this is a mess. That pad, that pad. By that time, the ball's over here. And if the play doesn't look like it's going to develop, you can go over here, take this pad, do that. Just hit these pads in midfield, and you'll be all right. Even if you're not there for, you know, the pass because you weren't pushed up this way, you know, you have boost. You're not in trouble. But instead, if I recall, you go this way, grab that boost. A reliance on this is not what you need. This is good, but you can only go for it when it aligns with where you already need to be. Your number one priority should always be your position relative to that, and to that, and to that, and to that. All these little boost pads everywhere are going to allow you to not rely on this. So you've got to switch a reliance from this to these. And believe me, I'm still doing this. I look like a plat every day because I don't do that shit enough. Anyway. So, way, bam, bam, boom. No, not that one. That one, that one. No. Oh, you went to the other pad, my bad. So you went to the further pad. Yeah, and that is honestly can be attributed to why you missed this, because if you were over there, or, you know, I said that you would have been about right here right now. And I mean, even if you had gone back and gotten that boost and come back, you're still on the right side of the field, which would have made this challenge a lot easier. Because if the ball's running along this side of the field, or it's going this way like it was, you don't want to be over here. You don't want to be on this side at all. This is no bueno. You want to be over here, in this half of the field somewhere, because that allows you to give options to your teammate, and it allows you options when the ball is cleared out center, or cleared, you know, towards your goal. Anyway, back to this. And yeah, if you were over there, you would have had a much easier time hitting that. And, you know, a lot of the mistakes that Platinums and Diamonds and even Champions and everybody, honestly, makes is just because they made it harder on themselves. They can get up for that ball, but not from the position they put themselves in. You know what I mean? Low kickoff mishap, but we don't count that. You went and you probably needed to hit that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna show you something here. Hold on. This is gonna be great. Fly. Alright. So there is a distinct risk of this ball in this corner always rolling up here and going over this way. To counter that, this is partially why back post rotation is important, because when you land here, when you chill right here for a half a second, or for however long you feel you need to, it allows you to do this. And the ball goes way off into the fucking distance. And you no longer have a risk on your net. But when you come in and do what you did, and it goes this way into the middle of the net, you have no options. This is the part of Rocket League that does not resemble hockey. In hockey and soccer, you have a goalie. They sit in this part, they sit in this box, and they defend. That's not Rocket League. Rocket League is getting backboard clears, is defending the net from the back post. Ball's over here, this is front post, this is back post. Being back here allows you every option. Being over here allows you basically none, which is why you are struggling when that ball goes over your head. So this right here, where you want to be. It's not where you want to be. And a bada bing. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even know if I would jump up for that ball at that point. Because the risk of him scoring that is very, very nil. And I just bugged out my... remember when that happened last time? I bugged the shit out, so I'm going to have to restart real quick. It'll only take a second, and then I'll just finish off this replay. 1 minute and 11 seconds is where we were at. Kill that. Oh yeah, you get to see my desktop now. Cool. In order to get the all the squigglies on my screen, I had to put it to record my desktop instead of the actual game, which is okay. We don't mind that. Let's get back in the game. How long is this going for? So this has been going for 30 minutes. Yeah, that's a long time. You're probably exhausted or pissed at me right now. That's okay. That's okay. Give me your wrath. Alright, back into extras replays. 4V. And let's just go ahead and set it on you. And spit. Motherfucker. Work for me, you fucking piece of shit. Fly, soft attach, hard attach, player V. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and skip to that part that we were just at. There we go. Okay, so from here, I like the incorporation of wave dashes. Yeah, you would have such an easy time with that if you went off of the back wall there. And here you can move out, and there. That's a giveaway of possession. You have to take control of that ball. Now, if he... Excuse me. Now, if he's... Fuck out of here, Steam. Give me my epic pen. Okay. Now, if he's chilling right here, trying to challenge your ass, if he's up your shit, obviously you want to take a 50-50, or you want to fake, or you want to do, something other than just slamming the ball down towards them. But he's over here, and again, this guy is turned away from you, and he's a mile away from the ball. You can dribble this. This is your moment to dribble, or take it to the wall. Do whatever the fuck you want, dude. Like, honestly, take this to the wall, fucking do an air dribble into there, or, just dribble it side to side, fucking kick his ass, I don't know. Pick it up and flick it immediately. Anything is better than smacking it to him. Because he receives the possession and is now going to be able to take this ball and run it this way. And your teammate's going to have to defend, probably by himself. And you did head him off there. I like that. I liked that pressure. You predicted where he was going to put that, and you ran up to fix that. You had the right idea, but you want to give yourself an easier time. And if you're watching, you'll know that boost in the side, or in that corner, is gone. Even right there, you know it's gone, which means that you have to immediately go, nope, all right, we're going this way, pad, back post. And then you can swing around and pick up this ball as it comes screaming in over your head, or over where your head is currently right now. So what actually happens is the ball gets put in the corner, and you are no longer in a position because the ball's straight above you, and that's hard as shit to read. If you come from this direction, you have an easy read on the ball. It's not that your mechanics are bad. It's not that you suck. We all suck. It's that the position that you put yourself in is setting you up to fail. Back post. Pad. Any of these is right. All of this is right. Any of this back here is right. Compared to this. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm being tough on you. I'm not. I love you. I'm not shitting on you. Well, I am shitting on you, but for an honorable cause. And excuse me while I shit on you again really quick. I know you love it. So, no. No. Don't go for the shiny. Bad Adam. What you want to do is you want to realize that as you're coming this way, let's wait for the replay to catch up. As you're going this way, your teammate's making a play on the ball. This guy's overcommitted. This guy's overcommitted. What does that mean? That means that he, even if it's for a half a second, has an open net, or he has field to work with. And he's going to make a play on this, and he's probably going to try and make a shot, or make a pass, or something. In Diamond, in High Diamond, in Champion, this guy's going to get down here, he's going to get to this corner, or he's going to get up here, and he's going to look for you, and he's going to go, where the fuck is my teammate? Because by the time he gets down here, you need to be over here. Somewhere in here. Anywhere in here works. But being back here, this is not the path to take. No. There's a pad here, there's a pad here, here. All of these are right. All of these are good. Excellent. Mucho. Take this, you went from 0, 12, 24, 36, fucking 40, 50. You got 50. If this play stalls, you can take this and that, and you'll have 100. And that'll be that. If he's moving super fast, you can cut inward. Take that. Maybe even... no, I wouldn't recommend that. See, I will do this if I'm greedy for boost, so I'll take the pads, but I'll take the most pads I can get for my money. This is what I do. This is the retarded shit I do. Which means that a lot of times I'm late for the ball over here. This is still right. It's still the right area, but you don't want to be going... I'm correcting myself now. You don't want to be going this close to where the play is, because again, you're behind your teammate now at this point. You don't want to be behind your teammate. And actually, I'm going to attempt to explain why I keep saying that. So I like this play right here, because I can demonstrate a lot with this play. So, you move up with your teammate here. Let's run this scenario. You move up with your teammate here. Okay? Your teammate's going this way. Chances are this isn't going to work. Chances are you don't get a goal here. Especially in, Plat 2, 3, Diamond 1, whatever this is. He's not going to be able to convert this very often, even with these guys out of position. Fuck out of there. And I believe he does actually convert this. I believe he pops it over them and actually gets a goal out of this, so good on him. But if you run up behind him and you do what I was talking about, and you take this boost pad, that boost pad, that boost pad, bap, or bap, or whatever it is, now you've got 100 boost, sure. But the ball was here 2 seconds ago, and you could have scored it. Because he did that with the ball, you know what I mean? And that's the issue that I run into. Now, the issue that you're having here is you're going this way. And I have to have the map basically zoomed out to this point to even be able to see where you're at once you're in this corner. The play's in this corner, and you're in this corner. That's never it, my guy. There's a good video I saw that divides... Hold on, let me do this right. There's a good video I saw that I'm going to do this right. The correct time, or the correct way. There we go. Let's get the whole field in here. That's more like it. Alright. Good video I saw. Divides it like this. That's a shitty line. We're fixing that. Right? Your boy can't draw a straight line. Divides it kind of like that. You can think of it like that. Actually, fuck this line. It doesn't exist. If your teammate's in this quadrant, then you want to be 1 over from him. As in, you want to be in this quadrant. This is not quadrants, by the way, but we're calling them that. No, we're not calling them that. That's inaccurate. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. You want to be 1 over. You want to be touching his. And if you're on defense and if this ball's moving like that way or something like that, it's okay for you to be, your teammate's over here and you're moving into this one. That's okay. As long as the ball isn't screaming into your net. If it's going corner or something, you have time to go over here, pick up the boost, come back, and make a challenge on that. But for this play, he's moving up here. He's in this quadrant right here. Just tic-tac-toe now. So he's in this quadrant. I'm gonna stop saying it. And you're over here, which means that he's in this one and you're in this one. This is no. You have to be somewhere in these two for it to be acceptable. Preferably not even this one, because again, you don't want to be behind him. You want to be across from him. You don't want to be so across from him that the enemy team has an open net. God, I am butchering this fucking field right now, but I love it. I love this little drawy sticky thing. I'm gonna abuse it. Alright, anyway, this is now a 40-minute video, in case anyone was wondering. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing, so I kind of remember how I started this. MS key, go to player view, and I'm gonna let this run out because I think I covered basically most things. Good speed on that one. Again, you were way out of position after this play here. The next one that comes up when you go into the corner and you get the boost. This is the second you become out of position. The very second that you are out of position. He's all the way up there. You're over here. But you do get there in time. Why? Because all three of those players are also pretty bad. So they just aren't able to deal with that ball from the position they were scrambling at. If they were back on defense the way that they should be, this could very well be a goal for them. Because they now have a free counterattack. They have a goal to shoot at. Because you weren't there in time. But you saw that the opening was there. You went and took it. You had good speed on the ball. You did a quick aerial. I approve of that. Viren approves this message. And you actually did get a kind of ball side there. One other thing I will talk about on the kickoff. You want to have landed by now. If you're not, if you land later than like right now, then you're gonna have a lot harder of a time getting this kickoff. And if you're gonna do this version of the kickoff where you go goal side, I don't know if this is what you were trying to do, but if you do this version of the kickoff where you're going goal side, I want to be more right here, because over here, if he comes in through the goal side, his 50-50 angle is going to have the ball going this way. Your 50-50 angle, as of right now, is going to have the ball going that way. What happens to this ball? It probably is going to scream its ass this way in between those two. It's usually how 50-50s work. So if he gets center, he wins this kickoff. If you get center, you have a chance. I don't actually know what happens on this kickoff, but let's see. Does he get center? Kind of. It did go off that way. He kind of dunked you. But yeah. And then I believe your teammate scores this. Oh, never mind. Somebody scores in here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So right here, you're behind your teammate again. Talked about that earlier. You want to be in the left side of the field. It wouldn't be a horrible mistake to be on the right either, but you also don't want to be facing this. You want to be moving laterally back and forth. That allows you much more options. When you're moving, left to right on this field right now, when you're going this way, when you're going this way, you have options. You can turn in or you can turn away. Right here, your time to turn back if they get a banger clear, or if your teammate fucks up so badly that it goes back in your own net, this turn is not good. Either of these turns is fine, though. You know what I mean? Anyway, you know what I mean. This is risky. You shouldn't be here. You should be here. Not that far up, but like over there somewhere. But you see this and you realize you've beat him. You bang it off the wall, you set yourself up, which is really good, and then I like this. You immediately jumped and turned. Now, Of course, if the defender is already up, then you can't go for this. But he's already down, which means that you're free to go in there and take a shot. So that's good recognition, or good speed at the very least, of getting up there and getting to that ball. Because once you touch it, they're probably not going to have a response to it. Good roll into it. Get some power in it the right direction, away from the enemy team. Again, that keeps possession, keeps you in control, and good speed. See this? See how you turned away from the corner here and you went center? That's the type of play you need. All right, and that's a forfeit. All right, GG. That was a good game. I liked this one. There was a lot to analyze in this one. I'm actually going to upload this one individually, and not. Well, I'm not gonna. I'll probably do the other ones. I might do the other ones. But this is a 46-minute video as it is, so that's more than enough of a comprehensive breakdown. I'm sorry to do this to you, to make you sit through this, but you asked. So there you go. All right. GG. Good game. Good shit. Yeah. Peace.